So next, repeated roots tayo. So suppose that in the equation f of t y is equal to 0, your operator f of t has repeated factors, repeated roots. Okay. So and then let's now have your three equal roots. That is m1 is equal to b, m2 is equal to b, and m sub 3 is equal to b. So they're all equal. So then, okay, sabi kasi natin, di ba, earlier, we have said that your solution is y, that is y is equal to, ito. Ayun. Yan. So, like we have said earlier, that is your solution, y is equal to c sub 1, y sub 1, plus c sub 2, y sub 2, plus, and so on, up to c sub n, y sub n. Okay? So, since we have your roots, okay? We have your roots, and then your y is e raised to m sub 1x, and so on. Okay? And so on. Okay? So, since we have three equal roots, so therefore your m sub 1, your m sub 2, and m sub 3 is equal to b. That's equal. So therefore, we substituted to your y in here with your y sub 1, y sub 2 is this one. We now have this one. So we have c sub 1 e raised to bx plus c sub 2 e raised to bx plus c sub 3 e raised to bx. And then we factor out this one. This is this one. Okay? Okay? So, and then simplifying this, your c sub 1 plus c sub 2 plus c sub 3 will become c sub 4. So we have your y is equal to c sub 4 b of x. But we have a problem. We have a problem in this one. Okay? We have a problem in here. The problem in here is that your solutions, your three solutions, we have your three solutions. Not that one. We have your three solutions. Y sub 1 is equal to c sub 1 e raised to bx. Your y sub 2 is also c sub 2 e raised to bx. And your y sub 3 is c sub 3 e raised to bx. So we have a problem in here because these solutions, okay, these solutions which corresponds to your roots in here is not linearly independent. Okay? Hindi siya linearly independent. Yun ang problema. Hindi siya linearly independent. Dapat, ang roots mo, I mean, the solution which correspond, the solutions which correspond to your roots must be linearly independent. Okay? Kaya ang problema, na naging case dito, is that your equations, your three solutions is not or are not linearly independent. Okay? That's not the problem. Okay? So, okay, so what is now needed is that you obtain n linearly independent functions which corresponds to your n equal roots. Okay? Paano yun? So again, from your operators and the properties of operators, okay, we now have your function y sub k is equal to x raised to k e raised to bx. Okay, so take note your k is equal to 0, 1, 2, up to n minus 1. So they are now linearly independent. Nilagyan lang natin ng x raised to k ito, yung solution mo. Kaya na kasi wala. Ngayon meron na. Okay, so they are now linearly independent. Okay, because they contain only the respective powers that one. Okay, so therefore the solution now for that is this one. We have your y is equal to c sub 1 e raised to bx plus c sub 2 x e raised to bx plus up to your c sub n x raised to n minus 1 e raised to bx. Okay, so that will be our general solution. Okay, equation 4.30. Excuse me, 36. Okay. That is for the case na repeated ng roots. Okay? So let's try to solve example 4.13. Okay? That is fourth power. Okay, let's try to solve that example 4.13. So we now have, okay, we have d to the fourth, d to the fourth minus 7b cubed plus 18b squared minus 20b plus 8 y is equal to 0. Okay, so we write this in your auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation, we now have m to the 4th minus 7m cubed plus 18m squared minus 20m plus 8. Okay, it's equal to 0. And then the possible roots for this one, okay, we have now your, again, this is your P, this is your Q, okay, so your Q over P, P over Q, okay, that is, okay, possible multiples of 8. We now have positive, negative 1, positive, negative 2, 3, hindi pwede, positive, negative 4, possible, and then positive, negative 8. Okay. These are the multiples of your 8. And then for your Q, that's simply 1. So that is plus or minus 1. So now, ayun. Okay. So now, trial and error tayo ulit for the let's trial and error tayo ulit. Okay. So first, let's try positive 1. So we have, from the coefficients of your auxiliary equation, okay, we now have we have 1, negative 7, 18, negative 20, tsaka 8. We try positive, okay, positive 1 tayo. Let's try positive 1 for the root. Okay. So synthetic division. Synthetic division, haba. We bring down 1. 1 times 1, that is 1. Negative 7 plus 1, that is negative 6. Negative 6 times 1, negative 6. 16 minus plus negative 6, that is 12. 12 times 1, 12. Negative 20 plus 12, ganito. Negative 8. And then negative 8 times 1, that is negative 8. Okay? So we can see in here that since this is 0, okay? Since this is 0, therefore 1 is a root. Okay? So we have now m sub 1 is equal to 1. This is a root. Okay? Okay. We have now found the root. Oops. That is m is equal to 1. And then, okay, we can now get the cubic equation. We have m cubed minus 6m squared plus 12m minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay? We can now also solve for the, what we call this, for the roots of this one. Okay? How do we solve for the roots of this one? Okay? So we now have, okay, again, this is your Q. This is your Q. This is your P. Okay? Ito na sa gilid. So P over Q for this case. So yun pa rin, negative 8. So we have positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 3, positive, sorry, this is 4, sorry, tsaka 8. Ayan. So sa baba, ganun din, since that is 1. Okay. So, let's try to use, try ko naman yung positive 2. Try ko muna yung positive 1 ulit. Baka ano siya ulit. So we have 1, negative 6, 12, and negative 8. Try natin yung positive 1. So, we bring down 1. So, 1 times 1, 1. Negative 6 plus 1, negative 5. Negative 5 times 1, that is negative 5. 12 plus negative 5, that is 7. 7. So, this is not 0. So, we cannot use 1. So, since negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1, hindi ko pwede yan. Let's try to use another possible root. Okay? Oops. Moving na lang natin yun, diba? Let's try to use another possible root, which is negative 1. Natin negative 1. Bring down negative 1, that is negative 1. Add mo to, that is negative 7. Negative 7 times negative 1, that is 7. 12 plus 7, 19. Negative 19 naman. Hindi pa rin siya mag-0. So, x na yung dalawa. Let's try positive 2. Okay? Let's try positive 2. Sala naman, meron na. Let's try positive 2. So, we have 2, positive, tsaka positive 1. So, that is 2. Okay. So, bring down. So, we have 2. It's negative 6 plus 2, that is negative 4. Negative 4 times 2, that is negative 8. Okay. 12 plus negative 8, that is 4. 4 times 2, that is 8. Ayun, sa wakas, nag-0 siya. Okay? So, okay, M2 is equal to 2. Okay? Sa wakas, 2 lang pala ang ano yan. Okay? And then, we now have M squared minus 4M plus 4 is equal to 0. Oh, this is factorable. That is an M minus 2 times N minus 2. Since if we add this, if we have negative 2 plus negative 2, that is negative 4. And then we multiply this, that is positive 4. Okay? So therefore, M sub 3 is equal to 2 and M sub 4 is equal to 2. Okay? So we have repeated roots, yung 2, tatlong beses. Okay? So again, the roots is, ayun, 1. Okay? So again, we write the other roots in here, 1. And then we have 2. Okay? So from that, okay, so first, okay, so this is a distinct. So your M sub 1 is distinct from M sub 2 up to M sub 4. So your solution is y is equal to c sub 1 e raised to x. Okay? And then the next one, for your next M sub 2, we have c sub 2 e raised to 2x. Okay? And then, sabi natin, as you can recall, that the, so we have your c sub 1 e raised to bx, plus your c sub, the next term is we have your x, okay? We have your x in here. And then the next term, you have your x squared, and so on. So we have the next one, since that is the second repeated root, we have your c3, we have now x, may x na dyan, e raised to 2x. That is for linear. Kasi kung walang x yan, that is not linearly independent. Okay? Plus c sub 4, okay? Add another x. So that is now x squared. Okay? E raised to 2x. Okay? Let's simplify. So y is equal to c sub 1 e raised to x plus the quantity c sub 2 plus c sub 3x plus c sub 4x squared times e raised to 2x. Okay? So this is now your general solution. Okay? Any questions for this part before we proceed to the next part? to the next part. Any questions for repeated roots? Kailangan may X yan, ha? Kailangan may X yan. So, ang nangyayari dito, so if you have your, so yan ang solution natin, ha? Kapag repeated roots, y is equal to c sub 1 e raised to bx, okay? Plus c sub 2 x e raised to bx plus c sub 3 x cubed e raised to bx and up to c sub n x raised to n minus 1 e raised to bx. Okay? Questions before we proceed to the next part? Not next part, the next case. Wala silang tanong. Okay. Mamaya may maglabas na tanong. Okay. Let's try now the next case. Imaginary roots or complex roots. So in this one, okay, your f of n, okay, your roots appear in your imaginary roots. So pag imaginary roots, they appear in conjugate pairs. Okay, that is your a plus bi, and your m sub 2 is equal to a minus bi. Okay, so applying your okay, from this one, okay, from this one, okay, applying your what do you call that? Applying what you have learned earlier, okay. Yeah, applying what we have learned earlier, that your y is equal to c sub 1, y sub 1, where your y sub 1, y sub 2 is y sub 1 e raised to m sub 1 x plus c sub 2 e raised to m sub 2 x. Okay? X yan. So we have this one. Ito na siya. Okay? And then, okay, we apply, okay, we apply, since that is e raised to x plus bi x, okay, and then we have e raised to a minus bi x. We apply, okay, your definition, okay, so we have now have y is equal to c sub 1 e raised to ax times this one, okay, and then, okay, so sa madaling sabi, after that, all that derivations, okay, your solution is this one. So we write in here the next, okay, that is, okay, your y so in the solution for your imaginary roots, so y is equal to c sub 3 e raised to ax cosine bx plus c sub 4 e raised to ax sine bx. Ito lang yun. This is the general solution. If your root is the positive, the complex imaginary root. Okay? So yan lang yun. So let's try now to have a some example. So yan lang naman yun. Ito lang yung magiging general solution mo. Okay, so let's try to solve equation for solve equation tuloy. Example 4.15. Okay, example 4.15. Okay, that is d cubed minus 3d squared plus 9d plus 13 times y is equal to 0. Okay, writing this in auxiliary equation form, we now have m cubed minus 3m squared plus 9m plus 13 equal to 0. Okay? So, what are the possible factors ng 13 na to? So, ang 13, ano tawag dyan? Prime number, di ba? Okay, your 13 is a prime number. So, we have your p and your q. So, P over Q. O, ano ang possible multiples ng 13? Since that is prime number again. O, sa 1 lang yan. Tsaka dun sa number itself. Okay? While yung Q mo, ayan. So, 1 din. Okay? So, let's try to use again synthetic division. Try natin yung positive 1. Let's try positive 1. Okay? So, we have 1, negative 3, 9, tsaka 13. Let's try to use 1. Okay? You bring down 1. So, bilisan natin unti. Negative 2. We have negative 2, 7. Hindi siya. Hindi negative 1 kasi limang 0 to. Okay? Let's try to use yung isa, negative 1. Hindi siya root. So let's try to use negative 1. Okay, negative 1. Break down 1. We have negative 1. That is negative 4. Add lang to ha. Add lang yan. Negative 4. So we have positive 4. That is now 13. Ayun. Negative 13, 0. Okay. So we have found the first root, negative 1. Okay. And then, ito. We now have m squared minus 4m plus 13 is equal to 0. Wala tayong hindi siya pwede factoring. So we cannot factor this. So we can use the quadratic formula again. Quadratic formula tayo. So m is equal to negative b plus or minus, m kasi m yung ating variable, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So m is equal to negative, your b is negative 4. Kami nalito pa. So your a in here, ito, yung b, ito, take note of the negative, plus yung c is 13. Okay? Okay. So we have negative times negative 4 plus or minus the square root of your negative 4 squared minus 4. Your a is 1. Your c is 13. Okay? All over 2a. Your a is 1.
Kaya, dito na yung
Thank you.
kasi yung mga kulang dyan. Tapos baba,
Sa'yo.
ito nga pinilagay ko.
Kasi namin ko na sa'yo.
Ito kay Mamalo pinagawa ko. Ito ang pinamalo, di ba 2,000 yun? Yung ko, sa'yo yung pera tayo. Kaya mag-asikaso. Tama, di ba? Ginagawa niya ng mga kulang-kulang daw. 2 minutes.
Sige. So, next.
Ito yung kasi walang resibo, kaya dito may sabi. Hintayin nga lang sabi.
Okay, negative plus negative, that is 4. Okay? 4. Plus or minus. Okay? Negative 4 squared, that is 16, right? And then 4 times 13, that is, medyo may tayo sa mental. Ano ba yan? 26, 52. Okay. Tama, 52. Okay. Again, 16 minus 52. Okay. Over 2. Okay? So, 4 over 2, that is 2 plus or minus, 16 minus 52. 16 minus 52 is, that is negative 36. Kung ang problema, paano tayo nag-square root ng negative? Okay? Ang problema natin. So, ang gawin natin, apply tayo ng isang property. So we have 2 plus or minus. So we have the property na, so we have negative 36. This is 36. Wait lang. Ayusin natin ito. So that is square root of your 36 times your negative 1. Okay? It's equal over 2. And then from that 1, okay, 2 plus or minus. So we can separate these two. So you have the square root of 36, then the square root of negative 1. So that is by using the laws on radicals. Laws of radicals naman, algebra pa rin. Okay? So, square root of 36, that is, we have 2 plus or minus. Your 36 square root of that is 6. And then your square root of 1, okay, let's write in here. Your square root of negative 1, that is your imaginary number, I. So we have 6i over 2. So this is 2 plus or minus 3i. Therefore, your root is m sub 2 is equal to 2 plus 3i. And your next root is 2 minus 3i. These are complex conjugates. And then your m sub 1 again is, ano kayo? That is negative 1. Okay? So this is now your, what do you call this? These are now your roots for this equation. Okay, so since this is now your roots, so y is now equal to, or this is now distinct, your m sub 1. So that is c sub 1 e raised to negative x plus, or you have your complex conjugate. So that is following the general solution that c sub 3 e raised to ax sine, that is cosine bx, okay, plus c sub 4 e raised to ax sine bx. Okay, we follow this format or the solution. So your a in here, okay, yung a mo dyan, ito, yan yung a mo. Okay? Yung b mo, yung sa kasama ng imaginary number. So that is a plus minus bi. Okay? So your a is 2, your b is 3. Okay? So we now have plus c sub 1 and then c sub 2. So c sub 2 e raised to 2x cosine 3x plus c sub 3 e raised to 2x sine 3x. Okay? So this is now your general solution. Okay? This is now your general solution. Okay? For the problem is this one. Okay? For this differential equation. So that is, ayan. So this is now the solution. Okay? It's now the general solution. Okay? Questions? Questions po? Magbukas ng tao? 31 lang. May tanong? May tanong sa inyo dyan? Kasi lang may tanong. Okay, ito sila siguro. Okay. May isa pa dito. We have the fourth case. Dinagdag ko lang yung case na yan. So we have your roots which yields hyperbolic functions. Okay. So if your roots, okay, if your roots, okay, so if your roots are distinct, okay, but they differ, yung isa positive, yung isa negative. So we have your m1 is a positive number, okay, and then your positive nga positive number, okay. M sub 1, your first root is a positive number, and then your M sub 2 is the same number but negative. Okay? So, imbes na ang solution mo is this one, C sub 1 e raised to 2ax plus C sub 2 e raised to negative ax, we can use actually yung what we call the definition of your hyperbolic functions. So this will now yield y is equal to c sub 1, okay, c sub 1 hyperbolic cos ax, okay, cos ax plus C sub 2 of sinh AX. Okay? This is now your general solution. Okay? So let's try the example that your d squared minus 4y is equal to 0. And then let's introduce initial values so that when x is equal to 0, so para makakita rin kayo ng may initial value. This is an initial value problem. Okay. So let's try to solve this problem. Okay. Let's try to solve this problem. Okay. Okay, so d squared is equal to negative 4. Okay. So that is m squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Or simply, okay lang siya, m squared is equal to 4. Getting the square root of both sides of this equation, you now have m is equal to positive negative 2. Or simply, your m sub 1 is 2 and your m sub 2 is negative 2. This follows, so they are equal. Okay? Magkaiba lang yung sign. So, parehas lang 2. Magkaiba lang yung sign. So, therefore, this is now the general solution. Okay? So, the general solution for this one is that your y is equal to c sub 1 cos 2x plus c sub 2 sinh 2x. Okay? But we are given in here initial values. So that when your x is 0, your y is 0, and y prime is 2. Okay? So how do we solve for the what do you call it? For the c sub 1 and c sub 2, the values of that. So to solve for that one. So to solve for that one, from your y, we differentiate that one. So we have y prime is now equal to c sub 1 derivative of cos 2x. That is 2 sinh 2x. Okay? Plus c sub 2, the derivative of sinh 2x is cos 2x. That is 2. Is 2. 2 cos 2x. Take note, okay, the derivative of your cosine cos u, take note that is sinh u du. The du in here is your 2. Same with your sinh u. That is cos u du. Take note of the du. Minsan kasi nakakalimutan yung du. Okay? Take note of the du. That is 2 for both cases. And then, so from the given initial conditions, okay, we substitute these initial conditions. Okay? So from your y, okay, from the first one, your y is 0. It's equal to c sub 1, okay, cos 2x. So cos 2 times 0 plus c sub 2 sinh 2 times 0. Cos, your cos 0 is 1. Okay? Your cos times your cos of 0, this is 1. Your sinh of 0 is 0. Okay? So therefore, your c sub 2 is cancelled. So therefore, c sub 1 remains, that is 0. Okay? And then, from the first derivative, okay, you have your y prime. The condition is that your y prime is 2 when x is 0. So 2 is equal to c sub, let's simplify this one, 2 c sub 1 sinh 2 times 0 plus 2c sub 2 cos 2 times 0. This again 1, this again 0. Okay? So therefore, from that one, your c sub 2, 2 is equal to 2c sub 2. So therefore, c sub 2 is equal to 1. Okay? So from the general solution, we substitute c sub 1 and c sub 2. Okay? So from that, from this one, okay? From this one, so your y is now, your c sub 1 is 0. So wala na yung cos. So we now have sinh 2x. So this is now our particular solution. Okay, so ganun lang siya. So, may note dito, so that if we were to choose the alternative form, this one, if we choose this, okay, we choose this one, okay, what will happen? So we will obtain the same results. Same result naman. But with a little more fast in determining C sub 3 and C sub 4. Okay? Medyo mahalo lang siya. Mahirap-hirap lang. So, this is now one major reason of using the hyperbolic form. Okay? So, we use the hyperbolic functions. The one major reason is that your cos AX and sinh 2x, AX I mean, have values of 1 and 0. Okay? Your cos AX is 1 and your sinh AX is 0. When your x is 0, this is the case when your x is 0. This is for initial value problems where your x is 0. So your cos AX is 1 and your sinh AX is 0. So this is particularly useful in solving such initial value problems. Okay? So mas mapadali nyo yung pag-determine ng C sub 1 and C sub 2.